Hi everybody, it's Paul here from Rio Driving School, back for a remedial class following on from Hannah's mock driving test in Lichfield. We had some interesting feedback from her instructor Chris. Hannah, have you got your phone there? What does Chris have to say about your mock driving test in Lichfield the other day?
He said it wasn't too bad.
Read it out. What's he say?
He said it wasn't that bad. There's a few things to work on. So he's going to send me some things on improving observations. And then he's put, it's easy to get distracted with Paul sitting next to you because he's a total prat. No, he didn't really, but he said next to you, but try and forget it's him. So he's got to dress up as Mr. Tumble. See it as a challenge and don't talk to him unless it's answering his questions.
There you go.
And please don't call your examiner prat.
Yeah, you did call me a prat.
Yeah, but you're not my examiner.
Well, I was for that moment in time.
You should have dressed up as one then, shouldn't you?
Okay, then I'll dress up as a prat, shall I? How do I do that?
No, dress up as an examiner.
Okay. All right, some of you might be wondering why I was goofing about in the car. It wasn't just to make Hannah's life more difficult, and it's not necessarily because it's my personality type, although some of it could be, because I do like to have fun on lessons. But one of the biggest reasons behind it all is that you are going to be needing to concentrate on the road whilst there's all sorts of distractions going on. This is all about part 3. This is leading towards full instruction. So Hannah's potentially, if she gets through this process, she's going to be sitting next to a novice driver, somebody who has perhaps never driven at all before, and she's going to have to manage everything going on in the car, from anxiety, worry, teaching the skills step by step, every little detail, full instructional, as well as managing everything that's going on outside, all those changing variables. Sometimes you won't be familiar with the area that you're teaching in, so you'll need to be able to pick up on these road signs. You'll need to be picking up early on how to position the car. And so, yeah, the more weight that I can put on you at the moment, the better. An examiner's not going to play you up. So if I load you up with loads and loads of weight, when we take that weight off and you sit your part 2 test, it should be an easy job. It should just be a formality. Anyway, that's my thought behind it anyway. Following on from that now, observations, that's what we need to work on a little bit more. Chris is going to be helping with that, but it occurred to me that one of the ways I sharpened my observations was to do a commentary drive. So when I was being taught to drive better by ROSPA and the Institute for Advanced Motorists, we talked about a commentary drive, and you basically say what you see. It's a little bit like catchphrase, because you've got to be able to see it very, very early so that you can then start asking questions, if it's appropriate, with your student.
Okay.
And hopefully you'll get the right answer back, because they will need to think about it, which might take a long time. So the earlier you see stuff, the earlier you can get in with your safety critical questions, because if you don't hear the kinds of things that you want to hear, then you can start taking over and making sure everybody's safe. All right. Yeah. So we're going to move the car onto the road now. I'm going to do a very, very short commentary drive, nowhere special. I'm going to show you guys how far up the road I'm looking and what kind of things I'm considering. All right, so let's get it on the road now. Okay everybody, so I'm at the side of the road now. I'm going to be getting it going in a moment. I'm just looking all the way around the car, from the left side nearest to the curb, all the way around into the danger zone over the right hand side, the lifesaver check. I can see there's a white one coming up behind me, delaying my signal till he's out the way. Then I'm going to be putting my signal on, because there are other road users, including the pedestrian over the road, who might benefit from a signal if she turns around. Okay, we're on a nice dry road now. It's a dry day currently. The road surface is good. It's good for acceleration. It's good for braking. I think the speed is restricted to 30, although I'd be doing nowhere near 30 around here, because it's highly built up. We've got pedestrian activity up there, and I'm looking around the corner. I can see two driveways on the left hand side that could become active, and now we've got 3 pedestrians. So I'm checking all my mirrors, and I'm positioning a little bit close to the centre of the road in case the dog was to come loose or someone was to step out without looking over their shoulder first, because we've got the chap on the phone on the left who's not really paying attention to what's going on. I'm keeping a safe distance from the one in front, and I've always got a wary eye on these junctions on the left hand side. Another pedestrian coming towards us, mirror, and we've got 2 vehicles behind us. I'm holding back a little bit here because we've got parked cars on the near side, just covering the brake, and I'm just showing the ones behind a little bit of brake pressure because I don't want them to close the gap up too much. I'm going to put the signal on now. The one in front is having to hold back. That's fine. Into first gear, trying to keep the car moving forward if I can. Yes, I can. I'm not going to accelerate too much in case somebody steps out. Mirror checks into second gear, keeping a wary eye on that white one that's going to cross my path. Mirror into third gear now, just under 30 miles an hour. I've got my eye on that red one emerging, coming towards me. Mirror coming up to the traffic lights, looking for activity, looking for any reason why someone might have pressed that button. Can't see one, so I'm gently firming it up on the gas pedal up to the roundabout further up ahead. We can see Tesco's is coming into view now. Mirror a little bit more busy now, so we're going to check those mirrors. I'm covering the brake, I'm gently squeezing the brake now. The one behind is quite far back. I'm not worrying about that at all. I'm just looking to the right to see if I can go, and yes, I can go. Check that near side mirror, gently bringing it round. We've got the roadworks ahead. Mirror, I'm just covering the brakes. I don't need to be on the accelerator right now. We've got a downhill gradient. I don't want to be accelerating at all towards traffic lights because it's almost impossible to stop if those lights change. Up to the roundabout at the top, we've got traffic waiting there at the top. It's difficult to see what's going on, so again, I'm not accelerating. I've got 2 in front of me. Ideally I want them out the way. So mirrors, signal on now, got my eye on that white one over there, and I'm just looking for a reason to stop, and there it is, into first gear now, holding it back nice and easy. Check that left mirror nice and early, letting the lorry know I'm coming across really early. Taking my time as I squeeze through this gap. Little gentle acceleration, second gear all the way up to 30, and then take fourth gear, block changing, going up the gearbox, looking down at the junction on the left and the pub car park on the right. That's why I'm positioned a little bit close to the centre of the road, just in case they breach the giveaway line. And now I can firm up on the gas pedal now. So I wasn't increasing my speed until I got past the threat. All the way up to 60 miles per hour now. I'm just doing a little circular, and then we're going to get Hanna to have a go at this. All the way up to the traffic lights. They're on green at the moment. I'm not accelerating further because those lights are going to change any moment. I'm holding back for the ambulance, holding it back, and then mirror checks before we get it going again. I'm just taking my time. I'm going to arrive to drive at those traffic lights when they're on green. So the signal's going on.
Yeah, hoping.
They will be on green. I'll bet you a £10 note.
I've got no money.
Oh dear, you're going to lose your money.
So look, I would say that's stopped.
No, we haven't stopped. We're still moving. This is a planned. Anyway, we're going. Yeah, here we go.
Stop.
Here we go. No, I haven't.
Just because
I haven't stopped. We were still moving.
No.
Yeah, we were still moving. So now I'm going to be taking lane 2 here. I should be coming over towards lane 1, but I'm taking the lane of least resistance, and I'm going to take first gear, and away we go. Now check that left mirror. First gear into third gear, and accelerate all the way up to 50 miles per hour now.
40.
Is it 40?
40 on this.
Oh blimey, I thought it was 50. Have they recently changed that?
No, this part is 40, that part's 50.
Oh, well done you.
See? I
Good.
did pay attention.
Good for you, well done. Okay, and to the roundabout, checking all the mirrors, easing off on the gas pedal. We're going to follow the road ahead here. And I'm going to do this properly, check the near side mirror, tuck it in, left signal on. During my advanced driving I would have straight lined that roundabout because there's no reason not to, but on your part 2 test I wouldn't do that. Okay, maintaining 40 to the roundabout, turning right, so mirrors. Actually, let's not go right, let's go to the garage and swap sides. So we're going to be going left at the roundabout. And then I'm going to put the right signal on. Holding back for the pedestrian that's crossing the road and these 2 white vehicles. And I'm going to
Don't have to put me on the spot.
No, it's good for your learning. Okay, we'll be off in a moment. Any questions? Listen, don't worry about.
It's not going to be as fluid and blah, 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 blah.
Does it need to be?
Sounds like you're at an auction.
Does- It doesn't need to be. What I want you to do is to throw your eyes like a net as far as you can up the road, as far as you can see, and then zigzag with your eyes all the way back. Well, tell me what you can see, what might go wrong, and what you're doing about it as a result. So, and choose the most important things to focus on. So don't dwell too much on getting your words just right. You're going to choose your own vernacular, your own style of saying
I've tried
things.
this before when I've been driving on my own, and it just doesn't seem right.
Well, that's okay, it's just a matter of practice. Alright, we'll be swapping sides in a moment and we'll see you in a sec. Okay, so it's Han's turn in the car now. As you can see, she's already worrying about it. That's just because it's new. So what I want you to imagine is, and we haven't done any part 3 at all yet, but I just, you know, if you're braking, tell me that you're braking. If you're accelerating, tell me that you're accelerating.
Does it need to say on changing my gear as well?
Not necessarily.
I'll try and remember.
No, just tell me what out there, what you see. Remember the problem with your tests was that observations need to be a bit sharper, a bit earlier. So I want you to throw your eyes out as far as you can see, zigzagging left and right. Tell me what you can see. So in the distance you can see the roundabout. Between now and the roundabout you can see the pub, you can see the junction on the left, the car trying to emerge, and just say mirror, because that's the first thing we're going to be telling our novice drivers to do, is to check the mirror, because we need to protect the back of the car. Alright. Relax, bring the car forward, I will help you. Alright.
Okay, so I'm exiting the petrol station.
Okay.
And then
Turning left, please.
I'm using my brake. There's a car coming down, but there's plenty enough time for me to go.
Okay, follow the road ahead, second exit.
Entering the roundabout. We're not entering it, I'm approaching it, and I'm going straight ahead, checking mirrors. I'm going to check my mirror again, and I'm putting my indicator on. I'm checking my mirrors again.
Okay, where's the next hazard? What are you going to do about it?
On the right, there's a road on the left.
Okay, so what's the first thing you're
check
going
my
to do?
mirrors.
Great, that's what we want.
And I'm not going fast because
Because of
she's
that?
not looking.
Because she's threatening.
Yeah.
That's right, well done. Okay, where's the next hazard? What are you going to do about
road on the right, road on the left, him turning left.
it? Right, the lorry turning, yeah, mirror.
I've already done that.
Good. The road on the left has become active. There's one threatening from the left. That's it. Keep doing it. Keep.
So there's some people over there, but they're not nowhere near the road, so.
Okay. But just talk about them, because you're going to be including that with your dialogue with your learners, aren't you? Okay, so not a lot going on around here.
But there's a road on the left, and I think there might be a road on the right in a minute, I think.
Yeah, well, if you look at the sat nav, it'll tell you there is.
Oh, I can't look at that as well, my word.
Okay, what's going on now?
This car's coming down, there's a runner, he might fall over into the road.
So how are you going to position the car?
Just to the right a bit.
Yeah.
There's another road on the right in a minute, but it doesn't look very active to me. But I still check my mirrors just in case.
Okay, good. When you get to the roundabout, can you turn right, please? So what we got now?
There's somebody trying to cross the road. Oh no, he's not.
Potentially.
I thought he was.
Yeah, potentially. Okay.
Put my indicator on. I'm touching the brakes, and I'm going to.
What are you trying to do?
What am I trying to do?
Yeah.
Turn right.
What's the aim of turning right now is to not stop the car if we can.
Well, I didn't think I was going to, but the car came.
Okay.
Not all the way around.
You got the eye on the girl there?
Yep. Because she might start running.
What else can you see now? Where's the next hazard? How far up the road are you looking?
I can see some more people walking down. There's roads on the left and right.
Okay. That's it, so just bring it in.
And there's lots of driveways, so I might as well just drive in the middle of the road. Just in case. What do you reckon?
No.
No?
No. I wouldn't. I'd drive up the centre of our road until I see something threatening.
Okay.
Because there might be a large vehicle coming towards us or maybe even somebody on a motorbike overtaking.
So we've got lollipop ladies. Are they allowed to be called lollipop ladies?
Lollipop them.
Lollipop, yeah.
Turn right, please. I don't know, this has all gone very silly, hasn't it?
I'm arriving to drive.
What can you see next?
I can see somebody crossing now, somebody bus stop.
What about all these cars here? What's going on?
Well, they're parked at a junction, on a corner of a junction.
Why are they parked like that?
Because they're waiting for the kids to come out of school.
Right, so what are we looking for?
Children. But they're in school.
Yeah, that's fine, but they might be coming out. It's 3:32. You can see one or two of them. So yeah, build it up. That's unusual. Why is it unusual? What's going on? What could go wrong?
And try and keep your car under the speed limit. So there's traffic lights, so I'm going to try and arrive to drive.
Keep those eyes open.
I'm squeezing my brakes at the same time.
Trying to find the right words. Let me just think.
Go through my library in my head. Oh, look at that. I didn't even have to go into first.
Good, because they were planned, hopefully. Anyway, at the roundabout, turn left. Just retracing my steps now.
So there's a roundabout ahead. And I'll put my indicator on after I've checked my mirrors.
That's it. Keep doing your commentary.
Then I'm going. There's a bus coming, but oh, he didn't. He turned left.
What can you see?
I can see roadwork traffic lights.
What's your first thing you're going to do?
Check my mirrors and my brakes.
Good. Now, what are you trying to do?
Arrive to drive, but it's downhill, so you've got no chance.
Get your clutch down. Control coast. Yeah, control coast.
I can touch my brake.
Yes, clutch down and brake. Hold the car back. Hold it back. Hold it back.
Come on.
Hold it back. Even slower. Go slower. Even slower.
Well, that's stopping.
No, you haven't stopped. Go slower. There you are. Practice this skill, because when you're with your novice drivers, that's exactly the same skill that they're going to need to use.
Is that like eco driving?
No, we're using this to deal with roundabouts. It's the same skill. And meeting situations. Head to Cannock, please. Right, second exit. You should be telling me that.
Well, you do. You want me to tell you I'm going to Cannock?
Yeah, right, second exit.
So we're looking, but there's a car coming, so I'm going into first, and I didn't stop the car.
Good.
I'm going all the way around.
Good. Tell me what you're doing. What are you
Putting my
looking
left
there?
indicator on and my, what are they called? Mirrors.
Door mirrors, yeah.
Going up to 30. It sounds like I want to go into 4th. Get it.
Okay.
So if I go into the middle of the lane, the right of the lane, because of the road's on the left and right.
You've got a series of nasty potholes to avoid there as well.
This is 60, don't you? You haven't got 6 gears.
Nope.
So can I just roll it from here to arrive to
Are
drive?
you talking about control coasting?
Yeah, I'm
Not
still in gear.
necessary yet. Yeah, so coasting is when you're either number 1 out of gear or number 2 you might be in gear but the clutch is down.
Well, I'm just still in gear but rolling.
That's fine. This is called the overrun then. We're going right.
I think I can do this arrive to drive.
Good, yeah.
But going as slow as you did, that's a bit like you might as
I'm
well.
proving a point.
You might as well have stopped.
Well, if I crawl forward, what's the benefit of crawling? What do you think a learner would typically do if they actually stopped the car? The car was
Stall.
So if we can get them to not have to stop or reduce those stops, we reduce the stalls.
If they're in the correct gear. If they're in the wrong gear, they're going stall, aren't they?
Correct. So then you're going to have to start bringing in, if you were doing manual lessons, what gear do we need to be crawling along in now?
I think
You're not going to say anything? Go right, please. What can you see? What are you doing about
it's
it?
the roundabout. It's the McDonald's. I'm going for dinner.
That was an
Car on
excellent
the
early
left.
mirror check. Why was you doing it?
Which mirror did I check?
The near side.
That one.
Yeah.
Just in case there was anything to the left of me.
Bring it into your country drive.
But I don't know if I'm going to do it. I just do it.
Yeah, but it's good to do it because as the car spirals to the left, we're making sure no one is sneaking round. We don't want to create a collision. So you should be doing it every time, and every time I've watched you, you do that dual mirror check. We'll just bring it in because then when you're verbalising it, you're bringing it into your teaching later on. It's also making you more of an active observer rather than just doing it maybe because it's routine. I drive to ROSPA standards where I don't always signal unless I'm with a pupil. I will always do it then because I don't want them to fall into a habit that's not going to be compatible with their driving test. Turn right, please. But when I'm driving, I'm looking for reasons to signal, and if I don't see one, I don't do it. It's not because
He thinks he's in an Audi.
No, it's to stop me becoming lazy. If I'm putting signals on noddy style, I'm not really looking. I'm just going through the motions.
True.
Right, what I want you to do, Han, is just to if you take the second left and then just pull up on the left for me. We're going to go into this cul-de-sac here. Carry on. That'll
Further
do.
up? Or
Yeah, go further up.
in the trees?
Can pull up on the left by the trees here. That'll be fine. Yeah, we'll only stay here for a minute or so. That'll do. Thank you very much. And just secure the car and turn the engine off for a sec. So, what did you think of commentary driving? It's not.
It's very like, yeah, I don't know. You just have to see everything quick. Don't like when you're talking about it. It's everything's going on.
Yes, I would put some effort into doing this. You're gonna feel a little bit silly talking to yourself while you're driving to work.
I do anyway.
But practice, because when you are with a learner driver, you're going to see a problem and you're going to be thinking, have they seen it yet? And chances are they won't have. So you'll see it at least 10 or 15 seconds earlier than they
They're
will.
just looking at what's on them, isn't it?
Yeah, or they've not connected the dots. They might have seen the problem, something, but they haven't seen it as a problem yet because they haven't got the experience to do that. So if you're mentioning it early because you're used to this commentary driving, then you've actually got a little bit of time maybe to ask a question like, so situation might be there's someone reversing off a driveway towards the road. Han, where's the next problem and what are you going to do about it? There's that. I'm not happy about that car. Why? I don't know if they've seen me or not. So what are you going to do? I better check my mirror and slow down. You need time for them to think about the question that you've just asked them, and then propose a solution. And if they don't propose that solution, you need to still have time to deal with it yourself. So by commentary driving, you're going to train your eyes to see these problems, and then you'll have less stress to deal with, because you don't just want to be dealing with emergencies all the time. You want to be proactive instead of reactive. Yeah.
Okay.
You absolutely can do this, and we're nearly there with part 2. You're practically there, but we're sort of now linking in part 3 so that you're even better. Yeah. How's that, guys? Chris, let me know what you think as well, please, and we'll get our heads together and try and improve how even further. But for now, this was just a short video, a little idea that I had after I had read Chris's comments, which I think were spot on. Thanks very much. Bye for now.